Good afternoon and welcome to the instructional handover video for this eldest Accordo 140. So I'm going to walk you around the outside of the vehicle first, then I'll move on inside. So based on a Peugeot engine, we've got the mirrors that fold in manually and then the automatically control from there. We've then got the toilet cassette. So the toilet cassette on here, simply lift up the handle, slide the unit out. You'll then see that there is a little orange circle on the top. Press that in when you lift it up, turn the little spout around, move the cap and tip it upside down to empty it. You've got a handle and the wheels for carrying it to and from the waste disposal site, and when you finish just slide it back in place. Make sure it just sits over in that little lip there, and that will allow you then to use the toilet again. Now this will only slide out once the blade valve inside is fully closed, so make sure that's closed before you pull that out. If it's not, just go back inside and I'll show you how later on in the video how to do that. Below, down at the bottom here, we've got the two vents for the heating system, which are these two vents, and then the grey water wastewater valve for emptying the wastewater tank. This is water that's gone down the sinks and the shower. Above that we've got your, as it's clearly marked, LPG, so your gas locker. On here we've got a regulator that's built in, and you can house two generally 6 kilogram bottles in there. Now it's all lockable with a single key, which does most of the external lockers on here. Behind that we've got the freshwater fills. So you'll see above we've got a filler cap, and then below we've got a drain. So make sure you shut the drain first, and then you can just fill it up using a normal hose pipe. Once it's full, it will overflow from there. So fresh water towards the back, wastewater is the grey one just in front, halfway in front of the vehicle. To the back we've got a rear opening locker. Again, this is operated using the key, and a 2 bike rack system with a reversing camera above that. On the passenger side we've got your leisure battery compartment with a little cutout just there for your mains cable to go into it, and then again this just locks up as and when you want to then move off or store it or use it in the evening to secure it. Just locks with a different key than the actual rest of the lockers. In front of that we've got the boiler vent, so this is for your hot water, so please be careful that does get warm. And we've got the fridge vents just located there for the fridge. The vehicle's also fitted with an awning, and I'll send you a separate video of how that works. And forward of that we've got the diesel point. Use your Peugeot key to open the filler cap. That will allow you to fill the vehicle up with diesel. To the front we've got the bonnet release catch, just pull that towards you and that will do that. And we have got a toolkit that's supplied with the vehicle just under that one. The windows come with Remy's cab blinds, both on the actual side windows, and then again if we just pinch them together on the front windows. Front windows will go around the mirror, and it's just gently back in place when you want to do that. Electric window switches here, and electric window switches on the main door on the driver's side too. Underneath the Peugeot Lion you will see that there is a little yellow lever that releases the bonnet, and here we've got negative points. Underneath the little black one we've a little cap down here, we've got your positive point. We've then also got your oil and your yellow dipstick, as well as on the left hand side your screen wash. When finished with that, just release it down and that will close the bonnet for you. On the habitation door, which manually operates, we've got a door retainer at the top as well as an awning light, and it's also fitted with a full fly screen for the door. So that's the outside done. Let's move on inside and go through the controls for you. So the main controls can be just found here at the left hand side of the entrance door as we're looking at it. And we've got 5 options on here. We've got master, awning, which is your awning light, pump, water level and light level. Now you'll need to turn the master on. Yeah, anything that's left in the 1 position will automatically turn on. So lights within the vehicle or awning lights outside, and again you can turn them off by putting them in the 0 position. Your pump, when that's on, will illuminate, and then we'll sit down once you have filled up the actual water tank and the water system to regulate the pressure, and that will work as and when you turn the tap on. And then you've got your lights. on and off there. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We've also, if we press and hold this, have a water gauge at the top, and that will tell you what is in your water tank when you hold it down. When you release it, it will give you a reading to what is in your leisure battery. So quite straightforward on that side of it. Now, one thing you will have to remember is when you've filled up with water, you'll have to come down underneath the oven, and this will take you into this area here. And this is where we're looking at the little yellow lever here. So on the front of it, this is your drain valve for the boiler. And the boiler's located just there, the little blue vessel. Yeah. Now you'll have to have this in the right position, otherwise the water will come straight out of your freshwater tank and drain through that valve and out of the vehicle. You'll also see in here there are your gas valves. So they're in the usable position at the minute, so you don't need to change them unless there's an issue with your gas supply. But that's the important one for draining down your hot water system and filling it up. So once you've got that in the right position, then you can turn your taps, which on here are clearly marked just on there, to the hot position, and that will pull your water through as a steady stream. And there's not much water in here, but once you've got a steady stream coming through, you can then come onto your water controls, which are the controls just at the side here above. Now again, circle being off, but if we want it to light on gas, we'd press that down and it will try and do the hot water heating on gas. The next option is your electric. So we've got a low option, middle option is off, and bottom option is high. So electric water heating, gas water heating. Yeah, but remembering that we've got water in that boiler unit. The controls below for the heating. So we've got, again, a few positions on here. So 0 again being off, 1 down being the ventilation, 2 down being gas, there's a little flame, 1 up being low setting, mid setting on electric, and high setting. So decide what you want and then just turn it to the desired setting, and then your temperature will be adjusted by turning the little dial just on that side. And that is your heating in the vehicle. If you want to then turn it off, just make sure it lines up and it will turn off for you just like so. So heating in the vehicle, hot water heating. Simple and easy to operate. Below that we've got a couple of plug sockets. They're mains operated sockets. And on the cooker facility we've got a 3-burner hob system just located there. Just heed the note just on the glass, so let it cool down before you close it, otherwise that will shatter. And we've got fly screens and blinds on the windows. To open the windows, just pull the levers, lift it out, and then using your other hand just twist and tighten that, and that will then open and keep the window ajar depending on how far you want to do it. They're the same all the way around the vehicle, so every window here is exactly the same. On the roof light, these use the remis, so push the button in, pull the handle towards you, and that will allow then the window to open. Push it back and up, and that will allow it to lock. And you've got a couple of more different options in relation to where you want to have it there. We've also got a fly screen and a blind built into that cassette unit itself. The one in front is exactly the same. So we've got the fly screen and the blind, and we've got the push button. The one over the cab area is a winding one, so you just need to wind that to open it. That too has a blind and a fly screen on that unit. And forward of that we've got your carbon monoxide detector and your smoke alarm, and we've got a little extender unit just here, which you'll just need to just put the little levers in to give you additional chopping storage area should you need that in the kitchen area. To pop it down, just pull the levers down and that will then go down and magnetise on. Next to that we've got your fridge unit. Now this is a manually selected fridge, and we've got the 3 options. So we've got off, mains, and when you put the mains on it will light up. So quite clearly lit up, ice compartment, fridge compartment, mains just here. Next one down is the battery. Now this will only operate when the engine's running because it feeds from the alternator. And then the next one at the bottom is gas. Now with the gas, you're going to have to use this little element here. So when it's on the white, the gas is not on. What you'll need to do is press this button and this igniter in together. The two buttons in together there until it's lit. Might hear it clicking on the video. Now once it's lit, this little orange lever will come over into the red, into the green symbol there, and will stay there. As long as it stays there, the unit will be lit on gas. If it goes back off, there's a problem with the gas and the gas has gone off. Or you might have turned the element back round to electric. But that's how the gas formulates. And then to cool or heat the system up, you just turn the dial from the hottest to the coldest, just like that. When finished with the unit, just turn it all the way up to the top, and that's the off position. You'll see that the lights go off nice and neat, just like so. The grill and the oven is just a standard option. So grill to the right hand side, just open that to ventilate it through. And your oven, using the options, turns to the left with an igniter. Just there, that both does the hob and the grill. Below that, we've got a utensil drawer just there. Behind that, we've got your wardrobe area, where in here you'll find carpets. There's a step, a drainer, your awning pole for the awning, and the Vision Plus aerial system that's fitted to this. So this has got an additional digital aerial system. That light tells you that your signal is good, and there is a little rocker switch just above the V if you want to turn that off for whatever reason. That will allow you then to watch the TV using the aerial point there, mains point, 12-volt point, and the TV bracket that's fitted to it. To get into the cupboards, you just push down the little levers. That will open up the cupboard areas. These little lights here have buttons to turn off, and the ones above have individual lights as well. So you can either turn them off using the main control panels, or you can turn them off individually. Make sure they clip back in place. And again, moving to the back, you've got more storage around here. And again, just clipping them back in before you move off. Same to the side. Solar panel regulator is just up there, so it flashes when it's putting power into your battery, and that's the leisure battery. And then again, moving forward, we've got more storage. Grill pan that comes with it, just located there. And then these ones, just push the button there, you will see there's some Accordo in there, and that's the sachets that go into the toilet. And then we've got a plate holder and cup holder just in there. So plenty of storage, coat hooks at the side, more storage towards the front on either side, and then we have a little lit element here. Your table is stored away just using the little turnbuckle there. And the seats themselves will move forward and backwards, lifting up the bar and pushing. They have height adjusters on the seats, front and back adjusters just there. We've also got the DAB radio just there. It's got Bluetooth function, aircon, 6-speed gearbox, lock button for the cab. Cruise control is the bottom element, indicators and lights at the top. This model has got the steering wheel controls, as well as electric windows, and the mirror switches just on there, and your windscreen wipers are just there. It does come with a reverse camera, which will be present on that monitor as and when you want to use it, and it has got a manual and booklet with the vehicle. The engine battery on all Peugeot and Fiats is located underneath that panel there. So that's where you'll find the engine battery. You've also got a glove box there, and another cool and heated one, depending on what you've got your aircon just there. Bathroom area. So your bathroom area, you've got your sink, shower hose with 2 individual mixer taps. So when you're pulling the air through the boiler, pull them through on those. We've got the little valve on top here, which you press to flush the toilet. You'll need to have your pump running to do that, and an indicator to tell you when it is full. We've also got some storage areas just in here, and we've got a shower screen that goes around to keep the door dry, as well as a little towel hole there, and a vent for opening up, which we pull down and lift up to ventilate. It's also got a blind on there as well, so don't forget that when you're trying to keep the light out in an evening. So at the beginning of the video, I mentioned about the blade valve. So with the toilet open, I'll just move that curtain out of the way. we've got the little slider valve at the side here. So at the minute it's closed. If we slide that towards the back of the vehicle, it will open up that vent, and that will allow you to go to the toilet. Once you've finished doing what you're doing, then just close the vent. That will close it again, and then that will allow you then to keep the smells into the toilet, but it will also allow you to release the toilet cassette to pull it out. The toilet sachets that I've just shown you in the video can also be put in through the toilet just like that. So once it's cleaned out, pop it in there, or you can remove the cap and put it in the cap. So close when you're not using it, open when you are using it, and close it when you want to remove it out of the vehicle. You've got little storage pockets underneath here, so you can put your belongings in there as well. Just be careful on the weight of those because they are a little plastic unit. Bed makeup, so you can either sleep as single beds, as it is here, or you can pull them together and make it into a big bed. To simply make it together, you just lift up the units, just like so, into the middle. And so just like that. Now they generally tell you to turn the seats over just to give you an even spread. Put the angled on the outside and then the back's in the middle, so I'll show you that now. So just like that, to give you a big bed to sleep either across or front to back in the vehicle. Now you can also lift these up, and I'll show you how to do that by removing the cushions and have a bit more storage in the vehicle if you should need it. So your first stage being lift up the units, and then you can have it like so. Clip it into the little securing tabs just there, and then from that you can then fold them flat to give you more storage, just like that, if you want to carry any larger implements on there. If not, then just lift them back up, locks in place, and then you've got the storage underneath them units for your belongings. So in an evening when you're entertaining, you'll then clip the table into the rail that's on the wall there, and that will give your dining space table just there. When you're releasing it, you lift it up, and then just lift up the little tabs there, and that will release it off that mechanism. That just simply folds up just by pressing that lever down, and that will then fold in just like so to remove it off there if you want to do that. So press it down to flatten it, or press it down to have it as your table. The door itself has a lock, so press it up, it'll go red, tell you it's locked, press it down, and that will open it up for you. The last thing to mention is just in this compartment here is where you will find your main electrical system. So this top bit is your RCD box, and it is nicely all labelled for you there. The test point for you is this little button here. So if you pressed it into mains like we are now, we press that button, that test RCD should flip down. If you're not, then you're not getting any power to the vehicle. If you are, you know it isn't a problem with the actual vehicle supply. It may be one of the fuses, which leads me on to your fuses, which are all nicely labelled on the bottom there for the various fuses. If at that point you're still struggling, give us a call and we'll work through what the options are with you, either remotely or by asking you to visit the office. Then on leaving the vehicle, you can simply turn off your master switch. That will turn everything off in the vehicle for you. Hope you enjoy your instructional video, and we look forward to your feedback and comments, but most importantly, look forward to hearing where your new motorhome takes you. Thank you.